How does a guy that has worked in Chicago and London as a cardiologist even find out about Sanger?
Well, let me back up. I grew up in London. I spent a few years in Chicago. I actually did my residency and fellowship in Greenville, North Carolina, and I spent about 15 years there. Me and my wife were happy there, and eventually decided that this would be a nice place to move in. To me, Shelby is similar to what Greenville used to be a few years ago, and after a while, believe it or not, you get used to a small town, and I kind of enjoy it. Less traffic, more time with the kids. Oh, it's horrible, let me tell you, being a small town. But, we're close enough to big cities that we can get everything we want. So I think we really feel I have the best of both worlds. A couple of things. I love the philosophy of Sanger Heart and Vascular. We always try and put patients first. And I do not see that changing at any point in time. Even in this day and age where medicine's changing with different healthcare options, etc., we still put patients first. And I think that'll always remain the case. I love this area. I mean, to me, North Carolina is home to me now. I was on the East Coast for almost a decade and a half. I've been here about 4 years now, and it's home.
What's your impression of Kings Mountain Hospital?
Yeah, it's a good question. Kings Mountain Hospital, it's obviously not a tertiary care hospital, but it's a much needed center in a community that's much appreciated. Obviously, if you take a walk through the streets of Kings Mountain, you can see the passion in people. They are really energetic. They seem to really look forward to life. And I think there's enough heart disease, and this is, again, the belt for diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, stroke, etc., along with the whole Eastern North Carolina area. That said, I think our type of services are much needed so we can improve the quality of life. That's the key. How do we prevent the next major heart attack? How do we prevent the next heart failure admission? Education, etc. But this hospital in itself has done so far a great job taking care of patients well. And we are not here to replace anything or anybody. We're here to supplement. So I'm hoping that our presence here will elevate the care that you already received and make that care even better, if it's possible.
Dr. Boyette and Lou, that they're also legendary, very great cardiologists, right?
Yes.
Speak a little bit about your cohorts here.
Dr. Boyette has been practicing cardiovascular disease over 20 years in Shelby. You can ask your neighbor, your friends, somebody in your family has probably met him or had been treated by him. He stands on his own 2 feet. He's just a phenomenal cardiologist, phenomenal as a person. There's nothing I can say bad about him because there isn't anything bad about him. He's just terrific. He really is. And that's not, I'm saying that because I'm on camera, but that's the truth. And again, you can ask anyone in this town or Shelby area, they know him. Everyone knows him. Dr. Lou, on the other hand, he's a brand new graduate. He just graduated this past July, and he's been with us a short time, but he actually will turn out to be a very good partner in this area for us, I think. His background is he was raised in China. He did his fellowship in Georgia, and now he joins us. And he brings, in addition to cardiovascular diseases, an excellent bedside manner and a nice softness about him that patients appreciate. And he's honest, hardworking, and those are good qualities in a physician.